We're here this morning with Dr. Sieg. Good morning to you, Dr. Sieg. Thank you for joining us via Skype.
Thank you, Rosie. I really appreciate it.
Well, I'm excited to speak to you today because you and I haven't met before, but of course we both know Sean Vieira very well. And let's talk about you and your story for just a moment. Let's delve into your journey. How did we get here?
I'm an orthopedic surgeon by trade, and I'm an athlete as well. And I used to be very into many sports. That's why I became an orthopedic surgeon. So I do mostly sports medicine, also do joint replacements. I've done countless surgeries. And my goal as a physician is to improve people's health and restore their function and decrease their pain. Although I'm a surgeon, I'd like to say I can operate on everybody. I've found that the non-surgical management is the majority of my patients. So that's kind of where I'm touching on because the majority of my patients can improve without surgery.
That's an incredible thing to hear from someone who is an orthopedic surgeon. So I'm pretty interested to delve into that. Let's talk about why an orthopedic surgeon would recommend something like a non-invasive alternative to surgery.
Well, there's certain conditions where surgery I definitely recommend. Broken bones, where the bones are not aligned at all, hip fractures, things like that. However, many conditions patients have are chronic overuse injuries. So when you come in with chronic knee pain or ankle pain, it's nice to have non-invasive treatment methods. So there's lots of risks for surgery. You know, you have to be put to sleep a lot of the time for the surgery. It's a lot of scar tissue invasiveness, and then the outcomes aren't as good sometimes.
Interesting. And I know it can be medically complicated if maybe that's not your only problem, if you're going into surgery, something like that. So let's talk about the benefits of high energy shockwave therapy. How can this help people who have something like chronic overuse injuries?
Typically, for patients that have chronic overuse injuries, they try things like activity modification, medicines, anti-inflammatories, bracing, and things like that. But sometimes those treatments aren't effective. And the next step sometimes is surgery for those patients. The surgery for overuse injuries is not great. So the benefits of shockwave therapy are it's non-invasive. So there's minimal to no downtime at all. It doesn't hurt when you're done with it. It doesn't require stitches and things like that. So you don't have risk for infection. So the risks are so much lower. It's FDA approved. It's been shown on multiple studies to be safe and efficacious for patients.
Yeah, and efficacious, a good word to bring up because people can have life-changing outcomes, right? When they feel less pain and they're able to get back to what they want to do.
Correct, exactly.
Yeah, okay, so is this a new treatment? And what would you say to someone who's maybe never heard of it before? Because before working with you guys, I had never heard of it before.
So it's not new. It's been around for 30 years, and people through the entire world have been using it. There's hundreds of studies backing it. There's no serious or long-term side effects with the treatment itself. So bottom line, it's safe and effective, and I highly recommend it.
I imagine from someone who was an athlete himself that it is just so wonderful to see people who are athletes or people who are just wanting to be back up on their feet, moving around and having a great time. It's wonderful to see the sort of improvements that you can make in their lives. Dr. Sieg, we really appreciate your time this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sonex Orthopedics is the sound alternative to surgery. They're located off Jollyville. So for more information, you can call the number on your screen or visit them online.